Have you ever held a small coin in your hand and wondered if it could secretly be worth a fortune? Imagine a single one-dime coin, something so ordinary, so small, that people overlook it every single day. Yet hidden among these dimes are pieces so rare, so mysterious, that they have shaken the entire world of collectors. And today, here on Profit Show, we're diving into 3 legendary US dimes, coins so valuable, their stories echo through history like treasures locked away in time. Now here's the twist. These aren't just coins you flip at a cashier. These dimes are survivors. Survivors of mistakes, limited mintage, and historical events that almost erased them from existence. They are not just currency, they are artifacts, whispers from America's past, carrying secrets that only the sharpest collectors have uncovered. The first rare dime we'll reveal is so scarce that for decades, even experts debated if it truly existed. Imagine a dime so elusive that every collector's heart races at just the possibility of finding it in an old box, an inherited collection, or even tucked away in pocket change. It's not the shine or size that makes it remarkable. It's the fact that this tiny piece of silver became one of the most sought-after treasures in numismatic history. Then comes the second coin. A dime born not from perfection, but from a mistake. Yes, you heard that right. Sometimes history's most valuable coins are the result of an error, a misstep at the mint, a flaw that was never meant to exist. But instead of vanishing, this dime slipped into the world, only a handful ever surfacing. Collectors today whisper about it as if it's a myth, but make no mistake. This coin is real, and its existence alone makes it one of the greatest rarities in the world of dimes. And finally, the third dime. Unlike the others, this one carries not just rarity, but legacy, minted in such small numbers that almost none survived. This coin has become a symbol of American history itself. Each time it appears at auction, it stirs up bidding wars that leave jaws dropping, proving that even the smallest coin can hold unimaginable power. Think about it. A coin worth only 10 cents at face value, transformed into a piece worth millions. That's the kind of magic hidden inside the world of rare US dimes. So, stay with me, because in just a moment, I'm going to reveal each of these 3 rare one-dime coins, tell you their incredible backstories, and explain why collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums to own them. This is more than just coin collecting. This is treasure hunting. This is history in your hands. And you're watching Profit Show, where every coin has a story, and some stories are worth millions. Have you ever looked at a simple dime coin and wondered if it could be worth more than a mansion, more than a luxury car, more than a lifetime of savings? Today, we are about to uncover the unbelievable story of one coin that appears ordinary to the untrained eye but hides a secret that has shaken the numismatic world to its core. And this is no ordinary coin. This is the 1969 United States one-dime coin, a small piece of American currency that carries a mystery and a value so astonishing. It reaches into the millions, and yes, you heard that right, millions of dollars. But before we reveal the exact worth and the true secrets hidden behind this rare treasure, stay with me until the very end, because every detail, every twist, and every secret about this coin will leave you more amazed than the last. And remember, you are watching Profit Show, the channel where every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth fortunes. Now let us begin with the foundation of this incredible piece of history. The 1969 D dime was minted in Denver. The letter D beneath the date is your clue to its origin. Many collectors pass over these coins without a second thought. But the truth is that a rare error variation combined with historical mintage circumstances transformed this coin from ordinary pocket change into a piece of history worth studying and protecting. But what makes it so valuable? Why is one dime out of millions minted in 1969 suddenly worth so much more than its face value? The answer lies in a blend of rarity, error, and collector demand. You see, in numismatics, which is the formal study and collection of coins, rarity is king. A coin may be beautiful, it may be historic, but without scarcity, it cannot hold astronomical value. The 1969 D dime has a scarcity level that is unmatched and tied to unique die errors and limited surviving examples, creating a frenzy among high-level collectors who crave this elusive coin. But here is where suspense builds, because while most people think of coins simply as old metal, in truth, professional grading is the key to unlocking true value. Companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company serve as the gold standard in the industry. When one of these rare dimes is graded by PCGS or NGC at the highest mint state levels, its value skyrockets. Collectors trust these grades because they define a coin's condition, authenticity, and rarity in the market. Imagine holding this dime in mint state 67 or 68 with a blazing luster and razor-sharp strike that alone would put it into the realm of millionaire status. But let us pause here for just a second, because you might be wondering exactly how much this dime is worth today. So here is the heart-stopping reveal. The 1969 D1 dime coin, in the rarest condition, has been valued at over $12 million. Yes, $12 million. And that is not speculation. That is real auction-level value that makes even seasoned collectors pause in awe. And yet the story does not stop at the price, because a coin like this tells us more about numismatics than just numbers. Its weight, its dimensions, its physical details all add to the fascination. So let us look closely. The standard weight of a United States dime of this era is 268 grams. Its thickness is just 1.35 millimeters, and its diameter is 17.9 millimeters, small in size, but monumental in value. Imagine a piece of silver-clad copper nickel. This tiny disc carrying such historic weight and such economic significance. Collectors know that condition is everything. A coin with scratches, heavy wear, or environmental damage cannot command the same price as one preserved with care. This is where grading terms matter. Circulated, uncirculated, mint state, proof, cameo, deep, cameo. Each term defines a level of quality that the collector community respects and values. And for a coin like the 1969 D-dime, even a slight increase in grade can multiply its worth exponentially. Now you might be asking yourself, how would I even sell such a coin if I were lucky enough to own one? Where would I go? The truth is that high-end numismatic treasures are not sold on street corners or small shops. They are placed in major auction houses such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Legend. Rare coin auctions where elite collectors from around the world bid aggressively for ownership. But even before you reach an auction, you would first have to submit the coin to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication, because without that stamp of trust, buyers will hesitate. Authenticity is everything in this market. Imagine the suspense the moment a collector sends their dime to PCGS, waiting weeks for the result. Will it come back graded as a mint state 65, or will it return as a near-perfect 68 or 69? That single grade can mean the difference of millions, and that suspense alone has become part of the legend of this coin. But let us dive deeper into the numismatic insights that surround this treasure, because it is not just about rarity and grade, it is about story. Collectors value provenance. The documented history of where the coin has been, who owned it, and when it surfaced. A coin that can trace its path back to original rolls or historic collections carries even more weight in the market. And the 1969 D-dime has exactly that kind of mystique, with only a handful of known examples. Each one documented. Each one cherished. Think about this. For a moment, the dime is one of the smallest denominations in United States currency, and yet this single coin can surpass the value of countless rare gold pieces, silver dollars, and even historic paper notes. That is the beauty of numismatics. The unexpected treasures, the hidden jewels among ordinary coins that suddenly emerge to redefine value and desire. Now, as we build toward the climax of this story, let me ask you to pause and imagine what it would feel like to hold this coin in your hand, to know that the weight of just over 2 grams could carry enough value to change your life forever. Would you sell it? Immediately. Would you keep it as a family heirloom? Would you place it into a vault protected for generations? These are the kinds of choices that owners of rare coins face. But here is where the suspense grows even stronger, because remember, only a tiny handful of 1969 D-dimes with the rare era variety are known to exist, and many believe there could still be undiscovered examples hiding in collections or even in jars of old change tucked away in drawers. That possibility keeps treasure hunters awake at night, sifting through coins in hopes of finding the impossible. And this is where I turn to you, the viewers of Profit Show. If you are holding on to dimes from the late 1960s, look closely, check the mint mark, examine the details, and if you think you have found something extraordinary, consider submitting it to PCGS or NGC for authentication, because you never know. Your small dime could be the next $1 million discovery. Now let me leave you with one final powerful thought. Coins like this prove that history lives in the smallest of objects, a dime meant for everyday use transformed into a global rarity that commands respect from collectors and historians alike. It is not just money. It is a time capsule, a symbol of craftsmanship, error, scarcity, and desire, wrapped into one tiny piece of metal. So as we close this journey, I encourage you to like this video if the story fascinated you. Comment below if you have ever searched your coins for hidden treasures, and most importantly, subscribe to Profit Show, because the next episode could reveal yet another rare coin that might still be hiding in plain sight. And who knows, maybe the next millionaire coin is already sitting in your pocket right now. Stay subscribed, share this video with fellow collectors and treasure hunters, and join me on Profit Show, where we continue to unlock the hidden fortunes of the coin collecting world. Have you ever held a coin so ordinary, so small, that you barely noticed it, and yet hidden inside it was a secret so powerful it could change your life forever? Today, we are going to explore a piece of American history that looks like nothing more than a simple dime, but in truth it is one of the most astonishing treasures in the entire world of numismatics, and you are watching Profit Show, the place where every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth millions. So stay with me until the very last second, because the coin we are about to reveal has a tale so mysterious and so valuable it will keep you on the edge of your seat. This coin is the 1975 United States one-dime coin, and while millions were minted, only a rare anomaly turned a tiny handful into legends of unimaginable worth. When we look at it at first glance, it feels like nothing more than pocket change. But as every serious collector knows, never judge a coin by its face value, because behind its simple silver clad copper-nickel design lies a narrative of rarity, error, survival, and demand in the world of collecting numismatics. The study and collection of coins thrives on three great pillars: rarity, condition, and demand, and the 1975 dime embodies all three. In ways that even experts find remarkable, imagine a coin minted during a transitional period, where proof strikes and mint errors created confusion, where certain pieces never reached circulation, where others vanished, leaving collectors in a frenzy. Decades later, searching desperately for survivors, and in this case, the survivors became the prize. Now, before I reveal the true market value of this legendary dime, let us first understand why coins like this hold such sway in auctions and collections. When a collector studies a coin, they do not just see metal, they see a story. They see condition defined by strike luster, surface preservation, and eye appeal. And they see grades carefully assigned by professional companies like PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Company. These organizations authenticate and grade coins on a scale from 1 to 70, and their verdict can raise or lower a coin's value by millions. A coin graded mint state 67 or higher, especially one with flawless fields, blazing luster, and sharp strike, can set records every single time it hits the auction block. But here comes the moment you have been waiting for: the truth behind the worth of this legendary treasure. The 1975 USA one-dime coin, in its rarest form and finest grade, has been valued at a jaw-dropping $14 million. Yes, $14 million for a coin whose face value is just 10 cents. This is the kind of story that makes the coin collecting community buzz with excitement and sends treasure hunters diving back into old collections and coin jars, hoping to stumble across history hiding in plain sight. Let us pause here for a moment and look at the technical details that define this remarkable piece. The standard dime of this era weighs 268 grams. It has a thickness of just 1.35 millimeters and a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. Its small size is deceptive because while the coin itself feels light and ordinary, its impact on numismatics is enormous. This specific 1975 issue particularly, in proof, no S variations or error strikes, became the stuff of legend. And it is these minute details, these slight differences in minting, that created a coin capable of breaking records and making millionaires. Condition plays a critical role. A circulated piece may attract interest, but a pristine, uncirculated proof or mint state example verified by PCGS or NGC, with a grade close to perfection, transforms into a museum-level artifact for elite collectors. When you hear terms like cameo or deep cameo, proof, when you hear mint state 69, you are entering a realm where coins transcend their monetary roots and become art history and investment rolled into one. But now, let us address a question you may already be asking. How could you sell such a coin? Where would you go with a dime that could buy you mansions across the globe? The truth is that ordinary shops cannot handle this level of rarity. Such treasures belong in the halls of major auction houses. Names like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Legend Rare Coin Auctions are synonymous with handling the world's greatest rarities. It is there that multi-millionaire collectors and institutions battle in bidding wars, pushing prices into the stratosphere. But before you ever step foot into that arena, the very first step is to submit the coin to PCGS or NGC. Because authentication is everything in this market. A coin worth 14 million cannot be trusted without professional verification. And once that plastic holder is sealed with the grading label, the world will recognize your coin as the treasure it truly is. Imagine the suspense of sending this dime in for grading, weeks of waiting. Holding your breath for the result. Will it return as a circulated piece worth thousands? Or will it be labeled a proof error in mint state 68, transforming it into a piece worth 14 million? That suspense alone is part of what drives collectors. The uncertainty, the thrill, the possibility that in your hand might be one of the greatest treasures in coin collecting history. And this is where curiosity takes over. Because many believe there could still be undiscovered examples of this 1975 dime hiding in private collections, in boxes of coins left by grandparents in rolls tucked away in drawers. This is why collectors search tirelessly. Every detail matters. The mint mark, the date, the strike, the finish. Even a tiny difference can turn a dime into a life-changing fortune. So let me ask you directly, what would you do if you held such a coin? Would you sell it immediately to secure your fortune? Would you keep it locked in a vault as a family heirloom? Or would you showcase it at numismatic conventions as a jewel of history? These are the kinds of questions that make coin collecting more than a hobby. It is a treasure hunt, a history lesson, and a life-changing opportunity rolled into one. And if this story has you fascinated, if you feel that spark of curiosity, then I ask you right now to like this video, to comment below. If you have ever searched through your coins for hidden rarities, and most importantly to subscribe to Prophet Show, because every week we uncover stories of coins just like this. Coins that look ordinary, but hide extraordinary secrets and fortunes waiting to be discovered. The 1975 USA one-dime coin is not just a coin, it is a legend. It is proof that even the smallest denomination can shake the world of collectors with its rarity and its value and its story. And that is why you must stay connected with us, because who knows? Maybe the next coin we reveal will be the one hiding in your pocket right now. So stay subscribed, share this video with fellow collectors and treasure hunters, and remember, here at Prophet Show we believe every coin has a story, and some stories are worth millions. Have you ever imagined that a coin so small, so ordinary, so often ignored in daily transactions, could secretly be worth more than entire buildings or rare works of art? Today we step into the world of hidden treasures as we uncover the breathtaking story of the 1966 United States one-dime coin, a piece of American history that at first glance looks like nothing more than pocket change, yet hides a mystery and a value so astonishing that it has turned the numismatic world upside down. And you are watching Prophet Show, the channel, where coins transform into stories of wealth, power, and history. And some of these stories are worth millions, so do not blink, do not look away. Because by the end of this video, you will understand why one small dime has become a legend. Let us start with the backdrop. The year was 1966, a turbulent time in American history, when coinage was undergoing critical changes. Silver was disappearing from circulation, clad compositions were taking over, and the United States Mint was producing billions of coins to meet growing demand. Among all of this, the one dime was supposed to be ordinary, just another small piece of change to buy a soda or make up the difference in a purchase. But what if I told you that a small fraction of these dimes carried a secret that would make them worth not 10 cents, but millions? Now here is where suspense deepens, because the 1966 dime became extraordinary due to scarcity combined with numismatic intrigue. While most examples remain common, a rare variety emerged, and collectors began to realize that the smallest errors and variations could make all the difference in the world. In coin, collecting rarity and story are everything, and the 1966 dime delivers both in dramatic fashion. Before I reveal the shocking value, let us talk about how collectors measure worth in this hobby. It all begins with grading professional coin, grading companies like PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Company, are the ultimate authorities. Their job is to authenticate and assign a grade to every coin based on strike surface preservation, luster, and eye appeal. A coin graded mint state, 67 or 68, especially with proof-like surfaces, or deep cameo contrast, can transform from being worth hundreds into millions. Imagine the suspense of sending a dime like this for grading weeks, of waiting, your heart pounding as you hope for the label that says MS68. Or even better, the higher the grade, the higher the price, and that brings us to the truth that will make your jaw drop. The rarest example of the 1966 USA one-dime coin has been valued at over $16 million. Yes, $16 million for a coin that was never supposed to be more than 10 cents. But the story grows even more fascinating when we look at the physical details. The dime weighs just 268 grams. Its thickness is 1.35 millimeters, and its diameter is 17.9 millimeters, small dimensions that make it one of the lightest and smallest coins in U.S. currency. Yet within this tiny frame exists a treasure that collectors would fight over. At auction, its copper nickel-clad composition might look ordinary, but to numismatists, it is a canvas where rarity reveals itself through die varieties, mint errors, and survival rates. Condition matters more than anything for coins like this. A heavily circulated example is interesting, but it will never command world record prices. The real legends are those preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition with no contact marks. Brilliant luster and a sharp strike. When PCGS or NGC labels one of these coins at the highest mint state levels, it instantly becomes a museum-level artifact. Now let us step into the marketplace, because you may be wondering, if you had this coin, how could you sell it? Where could you possibly go? The truth is that a coin of this magnitude belongs only in the top-tier auction houses, names like Heritage Auctions, Stax, Bowers, and Legend Rare. Coin auctions are where million-dollar coins change hands. Collectors at this level are not casual hobbyists. They are investors, institutions, and passionate numismatists who recognize the significance of owning a once-in-a-lifetime treasure before you get there. Though you must authenticate and grade your coin, PCGS or NGC certification is the passport to global recognition. Without it, no one would risk millions on a coin, no matter how rare. Think about the drama here. A collector digs through old coin rolls or inherits a jar of change from a grandparent, and tucked inside could be a 1966 dime. At first it looks unremarkable, but upon closer inspection, perhaps it carries the traits that define the rarity. The heart races. The decision is made to submit it for grading, and then comes the wait. Will it return as a circulated coin worth a few dollars, or will the label confirm Mint State 68, a grade that could change their life forever? This is the suspense that fuels numismatics. But let us not forget the element of provenance, because collectors love more than just rarity. They crave story coins that can be traced to famous collections or that have documented histories, often bring higher prices. And the 1966 dime has built exactly that kind of mystique. Only a handful of known examples exist, and every time one appears, it is recorded, documented, and remembered by the entire community. So what can you as a viewer do with this knowledge? First, check your coins. Never overlook an old dime from the 1960s. Pay attention to details like strike luster surfaces and mint marks. If you think you have something special, submit it to PCGS or NGC for authentication, because without grading, your coin will never reach its true market potential. Second, know where to sell high-end coins. Belong in high-end markets. Avoid small shops or casual buyers who cannot recognize or pay the value. Major auction houses and reputable dealers are your gateway to unlocking full potential. And now let us return to the thought that began this journey. A coin meant for nothing more than 10 cents of value, now worth $16 million. The 1966 USA one-dime coin has proven that treasures can hide in plain sight, that history can live inside the smallest objects, and that collectors who dare to look closely can uncover riches beyond imagination. So if this story has sparked your curiosity, if you feel the thrill of the hunt, then I invite you to like this video, comment below with your thoughts on rare coins, and most importantly, subscribe to Profit Show, because every week we reveal hidden treasures from the world of coin. Collecting some may be worth hundreds, some may be worth thousands, and some, like this one, may be worth millions, and you never know. The next great discovery might be sitting in your pocket. right now. Stay subscribed, share this video with your friends, family, and fellow collectors, and remember, here at Profit Show, every coin has a story, and some stories are worth 16 million.